Everything. There we go. Okay, I just had poor connection on my phone there for just a few minutes. But we are good to go. Our Weather Authority alert day continues through about the middle of the day, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that we could see some slick spots on mountain roads. We've got a number of school delays. A buddy of mine just texted me that Patrick County schools may actually be closed for the day, so we'll look into that. But there are a number of delays that we've got on WSLS.com, and a lot of that has to do with some of the mountainous roads, the side roads, Floyd County, Grayson County, Giles County, places like that that may see a few slick spots. But this is video from the National Weather Service in Blacksburg, and as we get folks tuning in, want to allow everybody the opportunity to do so. So as you are, we're showing off some of your pictures that you've sent in through Pin It. That's on our app. That's on WSLS.com/pins. And that's an easy way for you to send pictures. That way we can show them off on things like this Appcast and during the broadcast as well. So shout out to Cindy Porter out of Woodlawn. Always love to see the snow with some of the Christmas lights. It makes it just a little more magical out there. Jenna Lynn, good morning. Cold Monday morning for sure. The wind is not helping matters. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Shout out to the folks at Brushy Mountain Motors in Bland County. Another great shot of the snow and some of the colorful Christmas lights there. You love to see it. Aaron on Brush Mountain in Montgomery County, seeing some of the snow as well, adding up onto some of the patio furniture on the deck and everything like that. True sign of early to mid-December. And thought I had another shot, but we've got plenty again on WSLS.com/pins. So our Weather Authority alert day, as I was saying, is going to continue through noon. It's not going to be an all-day thing, but we'll keep that going just as we see again a few slick spots out there, a number of school delays. If you go to WSLS.com/school-closings. And Jasmine, if you're listening, I don't know if you are, but if we could put that in the comments, that would be great. Jasmine has also put our article in the comments section if you guys are looking for some more information, and she's also put a prompt for you guys to ask any questions if you do have them. In addition to maybe a few isolated slick spots out there, we have got strong wind gusts. We've got some snow on our west-facing slopes, but as far as anything widespread, not really looking at that. This is kind of our road conditions tracker through a new software that we're using here, but it does tell a pretty decent story that as you get into Floyd County, Bent Mountain, you may have some snow-covered roads out there. Western halves of Amherst and Nelson counties, Highway 60, you might be seeing a little bit of that as well. When I was looking at some of the cameras near Afton Mountain, I-64, it looked like most of the snow was off toward the side of the road. And the current camera in Wytheville, downtown Wytheville looks beautiful. Look at those snowflake lights that you see there in downtown. Not really seeing much snow, though. You see just a little bit there on the rooftops. You see the camera shaking a little bit in the wind. So let's kind of transition and talk about that. So again, if you're watching this live stream on Facebook, we've got a number of things from our digital producer, Jasmine, who she's prompted you guys to ask questions if you have them. Full breakdown of our Weather Authority Alert Day article and an article linking to some of the school delays that we've got going on. We are streaming live on our 10 News app and on YouTube and all different platforms here in 2023. So the wind is going to stay pretty gusty from time to time, and I could see gusts being about 25 to 35 miles per hour, which is something that we've kind of seen, kind of felt here in the overnight hours. It's just going to be a continuation of that heading into the afternoon. All that wind coming in out of the northwest, so it's going to blow in some colder air. It's not necessarily going to feel pleasant out there from time to time today. As we head toward midday, you once again see a few flurries and snow showers on the favored west-facing slopes in areas like the Bluegrass Valley of Highland County, areas up toward Snowshoe, maybe even Quinwood in western Greenbrier County. But you see more clouds in the mountains and more sunshine farther to the east. Outside of that, just a cold December day. We see the sun increasing from morning to afternoon and temps in the 30s and 40s. That's what the thermometer is going to read. Again, anytime the wind blows, it may actually feel a little colder than that. So bundle up today, as you normally would in the month of December. Yesterday, we hit 61 in the Roanoke Valley. We'll be about 15 to 20 degrees below that today. So highs in the 30s and 40s, but the wind does calm down heading into the overnight, at which point we're looking at temperatures 21 to 27 degrees. So it will be a cold one out there first thing tomorrow morning, but the wind is not going to be nearly as strong. Here's why. We've got high pressure. That's going to be the main weather source over the course of the next several days. Just kind of camps out over the eastern half of the U.S. So why do we care about that? High pressure is, what happens with it is the air sinks. And when the air sinks, you see less cloud cover, right? So cold mornings, calm mornings, but typical afternoons, and also staying dry with a clear sky. We're hoping for that, actually. If you're a sky gazer, if you're interested in meteor showers, we've got the annual Geminid meteor shower that is going on this week. It peaks Thursday night. There are conflicting reports. There are a lot of reports that are like, oh, you know, you're going to see 120 per hour. Probably not going to see that much. I think that is way overstretching. But could you see dozens in an hour if you find a dark spot and you look between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m.? Yeah, I think that's fair game, especially because the moon is in its new phase. It's gone from waning crescent to new, so there won't be any moonlight pollution. But maybe get up to the Parkway, Skyline Drive, places like that, where you don't have city lights getting in the way of your view. So again, the Geminid meteor shower, we're going to post more on that on WSLS.com later this morning. So outside of that, we're really not tracking many rain showers this week. This is Thursday, and you still see that little hump in the air pattern. That is going to be your area of high pressure. But where you see a dip, so here's the hump that I'm talking about. That's high pressure. That's going to keep things dry. The opposite, this dip, is an area of low pressure. That's typically your precipitation maker. And what we see is that it heads toward the Gulf Coast by Saturday. After Saturday is where forecast data has a hard time with what it's going to do, quite frankly. If it does move up the East Coast, which I have a feeling it does, if it moves up the East Coast, that would give us a better shot of rain on Sunday. Time of day would determine whether or not we see a brief wintry mix, but at the moment doesn't look like anything major. Again, I think if you're looking for some rain, maybe look toward this coming Sunday. So the rest of the week is really going to be pretty dry from there, guys, as we kind of wrap things up here on our Appcast at 7:13. I'll leave you with the extended forecast. Today's probably the coldest as far as the afternoon is concerned. Most of us 40 to 45 degrees, windy at times. The wind is going to be a non-issue through the rest of the week. This forecast is for the Roanoke Valley, so you see lows about 27 to 32. But there are going to be a number of other places, Lynchburg, Danville, Blacksburg, Covington, that your morning lows are going to be lower than that. So definitely some cold mornings out there. Seasonable each afternoon with temperatures in the 40s in the mountains, 50s elsewhere. Thursday could be one of the colder days as well. And then by Sunday, I've got a 40% chance for now. That'll change as we get more or less confident in what's going to happen with that storm system near the Gulf Coast. But for now, we put a 40%, and then as we get closer, we'll either raise it or lower it depending on the trends. But before we leave you this morning, we'll leave you with some of our bullet points on our Weather Authority Alert Day. Again, some of those mountainous side roads, Floyd, Grayson, Giles, Patrick counties may have some snow on them, but outside of that, most of us are in good shape. Just going to be windy and cold throughout your Monday. Thanks again for joining us. Time now 7:14. We're going to wrap things up. Updates on the Today Show every half hour. I'll be joining you guys for those, and again today at noon. So bundle up, stay warm, and have a great rest of your Monday.